Hi, welcome to episode 8 of this tutorial. In this episode, we're going to create the explosions and reset the game when the player dies. Before any of that though, we're going to fix a threading problem this game in the code. Here, where we stop the thread, we want to set the thread to null so that the garbage collector can pick up the object. And over here, we actually want to move the instantiation of the thread to the same method that we start the thread. So this should ensure that the thread properly stops and is collected by the garbage collector, and that it properly starts up again. Now we're going to go to New, Java class, the explosion. And this is not going to extend GameObject because we don't have to check the collision with the explosion with anything. We just want to draw the explosion when the player dies. So once again, what we want to do is assign this bitmap array to all the frames of our explosion. Let's take a look at our explosion resource over here. So unlike all the other resources, here we have the helicopter, the missiles going straight down. The explosion has columns and rows, so the code is going to be a little different to assign the entire image to the bitmap array. else, we need a draw and an update method. And because we only want the explosion to play once, we're only going to update it if the animation has not completed its first round. And we'll just have one getter method over here. Alright, so this is our explosion class. Now we're going to create the explosion. Before we do that, we're going to create a couple more variables for resetting the player back to the original position when he dies. That's a dog. So now in the else, if the player is not playing, going to reset DY. And if the reset hasn't happened yet, not reset. Disappear is the variable that determines if we're going to draw the helicopter or not. So the helicopter will disappear if the reset has not been completed yet, but the player is not playing. And we're going to instantiate the explosion. We want the explosion to happen a little bit above the player, so what's going to happen here is as soon as the player collides with something, player.set get playing will be set to false. Okay, the player will stop playing, and instead of continuously updating the game, everything will freeze and it'll come down to this else statement. Here in this else statement, I'm going to reset the acceleration of the player, and if it's not reset, which it won't be, then start reset is going to equal the current time. Reset elapsed is going to be the time you want it to wait before, how long you want to wait before resetting the player, before the player can start again. And we're going to set that to 2500. So if reset elapsed is greater than 2500, and the new game is not created yet, we're going to create a new game. I hope that makes sense. Now we want to draw the explosion. But we only want to draw the explosion if started is true, if the game has already started. And started is set to true here at the beginning when you first press the button. Where is it? If started is not true, started becomes true. So here in the draw method, draw explosion. Whoa, why is this up here? It should be all the way down here. And we're going to create one more method called draw text. So now we're going to go down to the new game method. Where is that? Right here. So the new game method will be called after a certain period of time after the player dies. So the player dies, you wait 2500 milliseconds, and then new game method is called. Creates the new game. So we want the helicopter to appear again, so disappear is going to be false. Bob border clear, missiles clear, clear everything. Smoke, missiles, reset the minimum and max border heights. Create the borders again, the initial top and bottom borders, and set new game created to true at the very end of this. And for the scoring, we're going to have we need to create best up here. Will automatically be set to 0. Alrighty, let's work on the draw text method now. We're going to be using paint for this. import color, import paint. Import typeface. And we're actually going to show player.getScore times 3 because that makes the number bigger and people like bigger numbers. I like bigger numbers. Bigger is better. And then this text, so this shows your current distance and your best distance, right over here. And now this text will only appear if the player is not playing and the reset is there. So the new game is created and it's just waiting to start playing again. Everything's reset already. So the player's not playing, but the new game is created. And it's already reset. And these are just basic instructions for the game, so press to start. Alright, let's see how this looks. So in the next episode, probably going to have an episode, a short one that just teaches you how to save your settings or save your best score, so when you exit the app and come back, the score still remains the best score. Perfect. Except for the helicopter doesn't disappear when it explodes. That's a small change. Forgot to put that in. So we're just going to come up here to where the helicopter is drawn. Right over here. Player.draw. And it's only going to draw if disappear is false. Let's try that again. So we'll probably have an episode that saves your best score, so it's there every time you go back to the app, and we'll have an episode that adds some sound, and then one more episode on how to get it into the Google Play Store. Perfect. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.